Good afternoon, everybody. Today, brought you all here to talk to you a little bit about an initiative that's going on. And what I'd invite you to do is imagine a world free of AIDS, where no child has to worry about getting AIDS from a mother, from a parent, or even from a situation that they get stuck in where it's not their choice, and they're stuck with this disease for the rest of their life. According to the UN AIDS statistics, the annual rate of new HIV infections has actually declined from an estimated 3.1 million cases per year to 2.6 million cases per year. This is due to organizations bringing awareness and due to retro antiviral drugs that are brought to low-income countries like South Africa. Brazil is another big one. And companies like the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative are great companies that are coming about and starting to make this awareness and spending a lot of money and a lot of time and effort into those areas. However, the antiretroviral drugs, they do a great job of keeping AIDS victims alive and increasing their quality of life, but it's not a cure. It's nowhere near a cure. They have made some really big advances in these antiretroviral drugs, to the point where you can actually now be a mother with AIDS or with HIV and have a baby and not even pass it on to your child. So they've gotten really, really advanced with the drugs and with the vaccines and the things that they can give you to make sure that your children are not infected with something maybe from either a poor decision that you made. And in a lot of these countries, it's not even a poor decision you made, it was forced on you. A vaccination is actually what's needed to remove HIV and AIDS as a cause of death in the world. If you look at polio and you look at all these other, smallpox, things like that we have vaccinations for, they're very, very small causes of death, and they're in very, very low-income areas and very low-income countries. But even in those areas, it's a very small portion of that population that even gets affected with that because of vaccinations. So that is really truly what we need to get rid of AIDS and HIV. The number of HIV-infected people living in low-income and middle-income countries who are receiving antiretroviral drugs has increased from 700,000 in 2004 to 5.2 million in 2009. But again, these aren't a cure, and they don't stop the spread because they can stop giving from mother to child. However, sexual intercourse, there is no way to stop that from male to female and vice versa. You can still contract it that way, so there is really nothing keeping everyone safe from spreading it that way. So more funding is really needed to keep trials going for vaccines. Research and development is really where we're at as far as the vaccinations. The IAVI, the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative, has created 17 vaccines in the last 15 years. 9 of them have actually made it to human trial. One trial in Thailand is actually shown to be effective 30% of the time. So in 30% of the people that they've given this vaccine and then exposed to the HIV virus couldn't contract it. So there's huge, huge support for that. However, 30% is not enough to say, this is what we've got to go with for the world. This is where we're moving towards. So that's something that we need to further develop. So how can we get this situation better? How can we go from here? And what it is AIVI, or IAVI, needs support in the way of donations to keep trials like the one in Thailand moving forward. We can all assist by donating time, making others aware, if you don't have the funds to go ahead and support that way. Money, though, is really initially what they need. I mean, that's really what's going to get it moving. So you can donate time, you can donate money. Every little bit helps move us closer to a vaccine. Just a little background on IAVI. They not only work on research and development to ensure that trials are conducted and adhere to ethical standards to protect participants. So essentially, a lot of times what happens with these trials is they'll come in and they'll have the people take the vaccine, and then they'll expose them unnecessarily to things that they don't need to. IAVI actually makes sure that that doesn't happen. They keep it ethical, they make sure that everyone's safe. So they do conduct clinical trials in the most needed areas, like say for example South Africa. That's the biggest area that they are working in right now. They also make sure that 86% of all the revenue goes to research and development, and all financial information for IAVI is actually available on their website, so they're very transparent with the money and where it goes. So once a vaccine is created, we can then picture a world with a vaccine for HIV and one free of AIDS. Once a vaccine's been created, the focus can be on getting vaccines to all other areas of the world to help protect children and stop the spread of HIV. The cost of keeping HIV victims will decrease dramatically as time goes by, and that allows us to give funds to help with other diseases so that we no longer have to worry about those as well. We're very close to coming to a solution for controlling and ending the pandemic of HIV and AIDS with the creation of a vaccination. A world without AIDS is just around the corner. I challenge each of you to take 15 minutes of your day and visit IAVI.org and see all the wonderful work this organization is doing. Furthermore, I challenge you to donate some of your time and money to become part of this solution and bring us much closer to an HIV world. Thank you for your time.